Welcome everyone to another episode of Time for BL. This is the podcast where we review movies, TV shows, novels, and comics, all in the boys love genre. Hey guys. Listen, I am tired. Today has been a busy day. I got kids. But luckily, I have an amazing husband who jumps in and takes over and is like, go record your podcast. Sir, thank you. I am still tired, but thank you. If you listen. He rarely ever listens. Quick history. Like, y'all need to give it up to my husband, Mr. Young, for being the one who got me back into the podcast. Like, if you look back, you can see there's like some gaps in time where I wasn't really doing anything, where I was like, I don't really have the time. I'm just with the kids and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. I'm really busy. And he was like, yeah, you need to make time for yourself, and doing the podcast is doing something for yourself as well. And he makes the time to help me out. Love you. All right. So we're getting ready to watch. Well, I'm getting ready to watch Between Us episode 3. And I'm very excited because 1 and 2 have been really good so far. Even with like flashbacks to Until We Meet Again. Honestly, I like seeing Fluke and as a side couple as well. I'm entertained by it. So I am really excited now to get to episode 3, where we get to see more of what's going on with Team. He is getting ready for his first big competition, and he stresses out very easily. He can't sleep. He has nightmares, it seems. And we're going to get to see more of that and understand what's going on based on a conversation he had with Win. It does look like he did have a sibling who passed away, most likely drowned. And that's why he has these nightmares right before a competition. He stresses himself out probably every time he gets in the water. But he also is a really good swimmer. And it's obvious by the fact that he has a scholarship. A scholarship. Yo, I cannot speak. I'm like sitting here drinking iced coffee. It is 11 p.m. I'm trying to stay awake for this. But yeah, he's on a scholarship for swimming. So obviously he's a really good swimmer. So let's get into the nitty gritty, itty gritty. I'm very excited to see what is happening now. I want to know what's going on with Art, because Art's character A. So A, his friends, like we found out in the last episode, just keep following him. They didn't even choose what they wanted to study. They just chose what he wanted to study, and they're like, okay, we're gonna follow you because you're gonna get us good grades. And I'm like, did they go to the swim team because he's in the swim team? Like, why is he like the one they're following for everything? Why aren't they following or do they not have their own dreams? Or A's dreams their dreams? Like, yeah, we can work together in the future too. I want to learn a little bit more about that. Like I said, I love seeing Fluke and as the side characters. I'm so happy to see Manal and Glasses and on their journey to their relationship and everything that's going on there. Anything else? Anyone? Yeah, I can't wait to see more of Yacht's character. I don't remember his name. When I watch the episode, his name will pop up at some point and I'll figure out who he is. But right now, I can't remember who that man is. So I'll call him Yacht. And we're going to see him having a relationship with the guy who played the bully in My Only 12%. I don't remember his character's name either. I don't. But Studio Wabi Sabi has been pushing him. I wonder if they're getting him ready to lead something. Probably not. Maybe they'll always have him as a supporting. I mean, they haven't really given Yacht a lead yet, and I feel like Yacht deserves it. We need to do a episode where it's just talking about all of Studio Wabi Sabi's actors and why they all deserve to lead in their own full TV show. Like, get their own full storyline, full TV show where they lead the whole thing. Because there's a lot of deserving people. But yeah, we're gonna learn more about him and Win's older brother. His character and Win's older brother. Yeah, let's well, I don't know if we're getting that in this episode. I'm waiting to see that develop as well. There's a lot of relationships in this show. There's a lot to look forward to, I guess, and I cannot wait. Okay, so this is like a weird like thing to put in there, but this whole opening scene with Team playing basketball, I like that because one of the things we never really saw for Team's character is him with friends outside of Manao and Farm. Listen, I was about to call him Fluke. But him with friends outside of Manao and Parm. Like, we did see him with like the swim team, and here it's the swim team playing basketball as well. But that was like when he's at swim club, when he's on a trip with the swim club, like that's when he was with them. We didn't see him outside of swimming hanging out with anyone but those two and when all of them get together. Versus Manao, we saw her friendship with Del, and with Parm, we saw him and his relationship, or his actually damn, Parm only other friends with people in the cooking club. They didn't show him with anybody else either. Hold on, I'm thinking Parm had the cooking club, Manao, and Team. So only Manao had someone that she was hanging out with outside of her club. Everybody else was just hanging out with people in their club, at their club, in Until We Meet Again. Unless you're Dean, because Dean had his BFF and his study group. Dang. So yeah, so far only Team they've showed with a friend group outside of just swimming. That's an interesting realization. Huh. Hashtag Parm needs friends. I also think Team should quit basketball and just stick to swimming, because he's only good at one of the two. Win always has like this murderous look in his eyes when he is talking to people. Like, and why is Team skipping? What is that look in his eyes? Like, that's scary. Like, and it's like at an octave that it doesn't need to be. I guess that goes to the whole thing, like in the club he's really strict and like everyone's just afraid of him, but then when he's with Team he tries to be very caring, I guess, and always like giving Team the lead. I guess it's a good like contrast for his character. It gives him some depth in a sense. Look, when C said Win is going to eat Team alive, I was like, sir, if you only knew how much eating Win gonna do. My mind is a dirty place and I just live in it. Okay, so this is his romance storyline. This is how he meets this guy from My Only 12%. Who does he play? Does he play Fee in My Only 12%? I'd have to rewatch to remember what his, or just read to see which character he plays again. I could just go to my drama list. And by the way, isn't it interesting that my drama list just gives better details on Asian shows and dramas and everything than freaking IMDb? Like, if you want to know about an American show, IMDb is pretty okay with getting some information. Wikipedia sometimes as well. But if you really want to know what's up, it's my drama list. Like, they maybe have some mistakes on there, but I have yet to find the mistakes personally myself. They let me know who is JJ and who's AJ. And also I got their names mixed up. It's B who met the guy, like not C. I can't stand this ABC crap. Okay, no, product placement. Okay, hold up, I'm getting there. Oh god. I Long Night, Big Dragon, Love in the Air, Kin Porsche. That's a Chinese drama. I don't know it. My only 12%. So B, because Win is waiting outside for Team runs back and tells B, like, let's go. So B takes him to his class because, you know, he has a class to get to. My man Team walks in the class like he's supposed to be there. He is not. Or is he? Anyway, he walks in the class, sits down, pulls out his phone, and jumps on IG. IG said, hey, you gonna give us our product placement. We don't care what year your show is in. Your show takes place in 2012. Well, here's the app. You're going to showcase it on your iPhone 3. Now it's like, yeah, here's the app. You're going to showcase it on your... That's not an iPhone, is it? That's an Android, right? I think that's an Android. Is it a Samsung or something? I don't know what kind of phone that is. I don't know phones. I like cars, not phones. I apologize. But yeah, my man is jumping on IG, and of course the first things that pop up are BLs. Because if you like Between Us, you will like I Long Night. If you like I Long Night, that you like Between Us. I was gonna like say Love in the Air, but no, like My Only 12%, maybe you like sweet stuff. My Only 12%. If you like Kin Porsche, you will like Big Dragon. Less guns in Big Dragon. Big Dragon has less death and guns. Has a bar though. There is a bar. And if you like smut, you'll like Love in the Air. That's it. But yeah, I love that that's how they do their ad. And I love that it actually has shows that, you know, I recognize. Oh, he goes straight to the anime. They have Bleach apparently in Thailand at least. Okay. The caption keeps saying "Eat me alive." Is it supposed to be like "chew me out"? Like, you know, saying they're going to cuss you out or shout at you or whatever it is, chew me out. Is that what that's supposed to say? And that's just like a rough translation to it, like trying to figure it out. Or sorry, it's supposed to say something else entirely, and the best correlation they could think is chew me out, and instead it kind of got translated to eat me alive. Because that's what I'm wondering. Is that what the translation should be? Because eat me alive makes less sense. Sort of. I mean, it makes sense still. It's just chew me out is like the more, I don't know what a colloquial or saying, whatever it is, like big words escape. But yeah, it's like the more normalized thing to say, which would make sense across the board, I feel, as far as the English speaking world. Chew me out. I think a lot of people understand what that means. Eat me alive can be a euphemism. And my man is actually watching Bleach. Why is it like, I've noticed like across dramas, Asian dramas mostly, instead of classmates it says friends? Like, is it really like classmates are automatically called your friends? Because it's like to group you all together and to give you like this like straight level across and say that you're all the same and you all should be working together. It's like a brainwashing technique. I didn't want to call it a brainwashing technique, but that's kind of what it is. It's a brainwashing technique. But it like asserts that these people are on your level. You are friends. Is that it? That's why classmates, it's all a brainwashing technique. So is that the actual translation, or does it like translate to something similar to classmates, but friends is just used, or is it culturally you just say friends instead? I really want to know that. I'm really curious about that. Okay, so I decided to look it up real quick because I wanted to know, like, is it like just a thing in Asia, whatever it is? And I'm finding like a bunch of articles in English mostly, actually, saying why you should call kids classmates and not friends, and some saying why you should call the students friends and not classmates. And it's so interesting. This is off topic, but like some of them are saying the teachers say friends because they want to have the students consider each other friends, and it's very well intentioned, and it's to give them like have them treat everyone with kindness and respect and see everyone as someone they can work with. But there are people, including parents, who say, do not teach my child to call their classmates friends because it's forcing them to interact and think that they have to be friends with people that they have zero interest in actually interacting with. So, like, for example, think about at work. Do you call your coworkers your friends or your coworker? It's that kind of deal. In some societies, it's normal for your coworkers to also be your friends because you're the only ones you're interacting with, and you get kind of a camaraderie there. But for some people, you don't want to call your coworkers friends. I've worked at places where I'm like, these are my coworkers and not my friends. And then I've worked at some places like, oh no, we are friends. We are hanging out after this. We actually like each other. We just don't like you. Like that kind of deal. So it's basically the same thing. It's just if you tell kids to call their classmates their friends, it could be forcing friendship on them that they don't want, and telling them to just call each other classmates also could create like a division between them, where it's you are my classmate, we don't need to talk outside of here. So it's all over there. I just thought that was interesting, and it's time to go back to the show. Also, I promise I've moved on topic. So B is teaming up with the kid who has missed a bunch of the classes. Turns out he's an actor and he was probably busy acting, and that's why he wasn't able to come to class. So B is teaming up with him, and Win is grumpy. He and Dean are sitting together in class. He is all grumpy and upset, and I've just realized that like his build is a little bit, is it me or does he look a little bit like wider chest? Like, did he bulk up a little bit more? Like, is he lifting Fluke so often he's like, nah, I'm gonna need some more muscle mass because I need to make sure I lift him up without a hitch. I need to stay strong. Is that what's happening? But yeah, so Win is all grumpy, and Dean and Yacht's character, whose name I still don't recall, and I don't even think they've mentioned his name yet. Well, Yacht's character is teasing him. Dean is kind of teasing him too. And getting him to acknowledge the fact that he really likes this kid. And the first thing I'm thinking about now is the rest of the classmates, their study group from Until We Meet Again. I'm like, is no one coming back? Because I loved those dudes. We had Cantaloupe. Oh my god. Did he leave Studio Wabi Sabi as well? Research. I finally looked at the My Drama list for Until We Meet Again and for Between Us. I'm going to bed so late tonight. So Yacht in Until We Meet Again played a character named Mew, and then in this one is playing Tul. So now I know his name. So yeah, they switched up his character. They didn't just switch up his character. He's playing a completely different character from the two series. Now I know. It also says that Yacht is supposed to appear in I Long Nai, which if he does, yay. And now I know Plan is signed to TV Thunder. I didn't know he was in YU Me, mainly because I have not been watching YU Me as yet. I have a list of shows that I pay attention to. I will get there. I also haven't seen From Zero to Hero or Junk Mail, which apparently gives him main roles. I don't know anything about those. And it looks like I don't know who From Zero to Hero is, but from here I would think the last project he did with Studio Wabi Sabi is 7 project. Yeah, because Zero to Hero is with Channel 3, and Junk Mail is not yet rated. Has already aired though. But Junk Mail, I can't see who it is with. I'm just on the side scrolling down. But yeah, I guess he is not with Studio Wabi Sabi at all. And I mean, okay. So we're not gonna see him. I don't feel like looking for the rest of the guys to be like, who is this entire crew and are any of them coming back? But it would be cool if they were able to still have like the old friend group, even if they have no lines, just to have them in the background and be like, oh yeah, those are the guys. Just to, seen as it's all taking place at the same time. Yeah, just something like that. I feel so sorry for Prince. He's missing classes because his agent or manager, whoever that is basically just working him so hard and saying, you can study anytime, but these opportunities. When I say I've actually not personally experienced this, sort of, not really though, but I've seen someone experience this. She was trying to get a transfer, and the district manager said to her, well, she wanted a transfer because she wanted to go attend to get whatever her next degree was. I can't remember, like a graduate program or something like that. I can't remember what it was. And the district manager said to her, but you already have a good job. Why do you need to transfer to work anywhere else? Stay here, and you're not going to make this kind of money anywhere else. And it's going to be harder to make this kind of money if you're switching to part-time to go to school. And when I say she quit, I mean, instead of just transferring her to where she needed to be so she can go to college or go to university and then she can transfer back to our office, she quit and she left and she just went to school because she wanted to go get her degree. Maybe she would have continued working there. Maybe she would have gone on to do what she wanted to do, and she went on to do what she wanted to do. But doing that really held her back and really hurt her because it was hurting what she's trying to achieve. So like, this is just really sad to see like his education isn't seen as a priority. Like, oh, that sucks. That sucks. Because think of how much a better an example Prince could be as an actor if they show him being a A student while also acting. And like, he could be a role model. But no, his manager's priority is money. It's not getting him opportunities. It's money for himself. Tom wants money, and the cash cow is Prince. But I'm glad that B is willing to just like help Prince out. Just willing to help Prince out on this project, at least, mainly because he has a crush on him, but he's willing to help. Even though he doesn't know anything and he's gonna need A to help him. Also, I love how they tease Team, and then we'll get there. I have to rewatch now because I wasn't fully paying attention. So I'm watching it now because I'm like, now everyone leave me alone. Family group chat. Everyone leave me alone. I'm working. But yeah, I do love that little thing where they're messing with Team about Win and the fact that he skipped the swimming practice, and how he's gonna have to come up with an explanation now in front of everybody. Okay, I love that because of course, he brings up the fact that B skipped as well. So why are y'all only talking about me? And I'm not afraid of Win. Well, go team go, win team win. He is standing there, his toes are oh god. He is fair. He has fair in his eyes. It is so adorable though. It is so cute though, the way he's standing there. And I love the little meow sound over it as well. But yeah, that was very cute. How scared he is of like Win, and Win going, you're avoiding me, aren't you? But at the same time, can you wait till after club and then you talk to him about this? During the club is not the right time, especially since you, sir, are in a position of power over team. Let's not forget. Yes. Okay. So I had talked about in a previous episode realizing when I was rewatching Until We Meet Again. I think I talked about it in the first episode. Watching Until We Meet Again, that Team is the only one who calls Win Hia. Everybody just calls him P. And when you see In Between Us in the first episode, it's because when they were getting intimate, Win told him to call him Hia, and he stuck to it. And it's like a point in that changing of their relationship where they're becoming more than just senior and junior, and they're getting more into a not friendship, a sexual relationship. And here why did I pause on this part? Oh my god, I'm gonna take a picture of this. Oh god, this is so funny. I didn't mean to pause on this part with Art's face like this. But yeah, while he's out drinking with his boys from the swim club, A points out that he's calling Win Hia. Like, why are you calling him Hia? After he asks the question, what do you guys think about Hia Win? And he's asking this question obviously because he's kind of still conflicted about his feelings about him, and getting to know all about him, and he's looking for someone else's opinion. He doesn't turn to Parm or Manao, who would then know about his relationship with Win. But I think they would be good people for him to turn to as well. But the relationship with Manao and Glasses, Prook, whatever, and the relationship with Parm and Dean is very different from the relationship with Win and Team. Win and Team started off with a bang, versus Dean and Parm started off with just staring at each other, and very innocent. They were very sweet and loving and caring. And Manao and Glasses started off with Glasses catching her as she was about to fall, and them just meeting up to do things together, but they haven't really taken any steps in a full-on relationship area yet. They're still very like just, hey, how you doing kind of deal. So he's probably also just looking for someone he can talk to who will fully understand his relationship with Win, and where they started, and how his conflicted feelings with thank you, chair, his conflicted feelings with probably the whole relationship, and is it a good relationship and all that stuff. And they're who he's decided to turn to, because they said, hey, you can tell us anything. And I really hope this is a good friend group for him as well, because we love us some Manao and Parm. Okay. My man Team was drunk after talking to the guys about Win and finding out how many girls are interested in Win. They're leaving the bar and they're singing A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Like a whole rhyming scheme with Ty. How are you going home? How are you going back? How are you going home? Yeah, anyway. The point is, they walk out and they see Win just chilling on his bike. Chilling on his bike by the door. And they freak out and they're like, P-Win! And drop Team. And he's just staring. Like, yep, this motherfucker. Oh, God. Oh gosh. I hope they paid Team extra for having to do his own stunts. Okay, so Win and Team had their little parking lot confrontation, sorta. Just, you know, Team is like, what are you to me kind of deal. They're getting there. And Win takes Team's drunk self home, and Team in his drunken state has a little falling asleep dream nightmare sequence where we see him with him as a child with another boy, so definitely most likely his brother drowned, and Team is like laying in bed doing this and scares the crap out of Win. He's running over, he's holding Team, waking him up because Team is saying, I can't breathe, and I'm sure that was scary to see. And Team gets up, holds on to Win, and tells him that he can't remember what he was dreaming, he just knew he had a bad dream. And Win just holds him and is like, all right, just go take a shower. That was a beautiful scene between them. That's like a moment of getting to know a little bit more about Team and what he might be going through and how he can be there for him eventually emotionally and in a supportive way, and knowing what he needs to do, seeing as he wants to be protective and loving and in this relationship with Team. Oh, this was a great growing moment for them. And Win, again, showing like I'm understanding more and more the friendship between him and Dean, because he's like looking at Team like, don't be nasty, like go take a shower, change your clothes or something. You smell like you're drunk. Don't just go to sleep. Like I can see Dean doing that too. Like this is so just explaining that Win and Team aren't opposites, because people who look at Win and Dean aren't opposites. People who just look at Win and Dean would be like, oh, they are so different, it's so interesting that they're even friends. But they're not that different. They are friends because they're both basically the same person, just wrapped in different packages. And wow, I'm loving it. Now I'm at Manow and Farm at the chess table, in front of the pond, river, whatever, with a boat underneath the boardwalk. Anyway, talking. And I'm guessing Team is going to come join the conversation eventually. Let me get back to the show. Like I'm only 32 minutes in. I love this show. Looks like a bug bite. First thing he asks is for food. Oh god, first thing Team asks for is for food. I miss Manow just putting on makeup randomly. Are we not getting any makeup scenes? I love those with her character. Okay, are they changing some of the Until We Meet Again storyline? So he makes Chormong, and in Until We Meet Again, the reason why that dessert is made is because Del and Manow need to learn to make like a quick dessert for their character in something that's being shot by the that's starring members of the acting club, theater club, and they make it together, and then Parm goes to the pool to deliver a share to my boy Team, and he ends up like feeding multiple people, including Dean, and then a bunch of pictures get taken and they get spread around, and of course Alex's big head shows up, all that stuff. Anyway, are they doing this to cut out that scene because they don't want to do flashbacks to that scene? Because it feels like they're trying to make sure they cut out certain people, so not showing the actor who plays Alex, who of course we know has left the BL world, RIP. He's not dead, in case anyone, he's not dead, he's just dead to us. And the actress who plays Del, who is just in My Only 12%, so she still, is her contract up before they were able to film this? And then, of course, we haven't seen anything with... Oh, no. Did his shirt get that green stain on it from that table? I'm noticing things. Ignore me. And the actor who plays Don, he was also in My Only 12%. So I'm like, are they coming back or not? What's happening? But yeah, I'm wondering if they're trying to do this to cut out certain things. And of course, they have to cut out Yacht playing Mew because now he's playing Toll. Which again, I'm like, why did they switch his character? Like, I'm happy for Yacht, and because I want to see him get bigger roles and eventually his own thing. He doesn't need to always play side characters, but I feel like he's been kind of pushed in that side character typecasting. So I want to see more for him, but it looks like they've cut out, they're trying to cut out things that show him as Mew and also show Alex and Dell and probably Don as well. Oh my gosh, are they also gonna cut out like Sorn? And I mean, part of me is happy because I don't want the bad wig. We don't need the bad wig. One sin. But oh gosh, how much are they gonna cut out? We can't just get flashbacks and y'all pay them for the flashback. Y'all paying Earth and Cow for their flashbacks, right? I'm sorry, did Palm just say that one small box is supposed to be for the entire swim club? What, everyone gets half? What? Why does the swim team only accept guys? I cannot get over this. Like, why isn't there a female swim team as well? Metal Gear Solid. There's a lot of Metal Gear Solid posters. Okay, Metal Gear Solid. But yeah, why does the swim team only accept men? Why isn't there a women's swim team as well? Like, what? It's not like they go to an all-male school. It's a co-ed school. So why isn't there a co-ed swim team or at least 2 swim teams? Like, why? Hold up. So this dude plays Metal Gear Solid, which is I believe a console game. I don't know if it's on PC as well. I play games, but I'm not gonna lie, mostly PC nowadays and mostly Sims. My husband plays Dragon Age. Does that count? Does it count? I watch him. But yeah, so I'm not the biggest gamer, but I believe that's a console game. So knowing the gamer world and the way they talk, there's a rivalry between PC gamers and the console gamers, and they both gang up on like mobile gamers. And he's a mobile gamer. Now, of course, Asia, a lot different. The mobile games that are available over there are way better. Some are becoming available in the States as well. Maybe all of them. I don't know. I've seen whatever gets advertised in RDC World 1. If you haven't seen their anime house videos yet, go watch it. They are so good. But what's his name? Afion does the little ad for the mobile games that sponsor their channel, and I haven't gotten it because I'm like, I just don't want it taking up that much space on my phone, but it looks really interesting. And there's mobile games that kind of like sample Overwatch and all that stuff. I play Overwatch. There we go. PC gamer. But I'm just like, if this dude has Metal Gear Solid posters on his wall and he's a mobile gamer, my inner like deep inner gamer is like coming out going, excuse me, you're not a real gamer unless like you play on a console or on a PC, because like that's what's coming out of me. And I'm just like, part of me is going, should they have had posters for mobile games on his wall? Because there are some, like I said, there's the one that's kind of copied Overwatch, and there's other ones out there like the one I mentioned from RDC World 1's little ads that sponsors their channel. So I feel like maybe they should have put mobile games up, or at least maybe they will show him playing other systems as well, but I feel like showing him like on the PC or on the console would also make it's stupid. I know, I'm sorry for bringing it up, but it would explain his character a little bit more to me, like all those little Yodas behind him, baby Yodas behind Grogu. It's like everything with the lighting, everything, you're kind of trying to let us know that he's like a sci-fi nerd, which yay, props, awesome. I'm not much of a Star Wars fan, but way to go, the baby is a cute. But yeah, like for some reason it doesn't mesh the Metal Gear Solid posters for his character. Nitpicking, I know, I'm sorry for nitpicking, but I nitpick. Y'all, I am so mad. So I'm watching Tool and whoever Wynn's brother's name is had their sweet little conversation. Tool was waiting for him to get online. He finds out that he's older than him, so Tool's like, can I call you P, whatever. All good and well. It goes now to the swim club, and the swim club is getting ready for the open house, so I know which episode we're on now. It's when we're getting to where Dean and Barb had their first kiss. When Dean and Barb had their first kiss. Anyway, they're talking about what they're getting ready to do for the open house. Okay? And the camera is on the swim team juniors, who are all sitting down and they're excited to get ready for the dunk tank. And the guy sitting right beside Bun team looks directly at the freaking camera. This is not even a spiking the camera. It's not even a quick glance. I was able to pause exactly where his eyes were on the camera. Like, sir, why? You're so excited to be on TV, you couldn't help but smile and look at the camera? Like, close your eyes if you need to while glancing across the screen. Like something. Oh, annoying. Like, all Wynn said to team in that meeting was, hey, gather the name list for me. That's it. And A, B, and C back there like, oh, you see that? They feeling each other. Like, Wynn can't even give team tasks. And I actually don't think it's ethical that he gives team tasks. I think everything should be handed over to Dean, or actually not even Dean, because Dean's little boyfriend is also friends. Oh, damn. I was going to say to Brooke, but Brooke is trying to get women now. Damn, this is just one. If this was a company, HR would have a field day. So it looks like Lay's is like sponsoring only GMM TV projects or something, because they didn't come back to, or were they not able to get Lay's to come back to sponsor Between Us? Like, the character who has eaten all the Lays has his own show now. Shouldn't they be like one of the main sponsors? None of the old sponsors came back. I'm actually kind of sad about that, because especially with Vice Versa, I love the Lay's little mini episodes in Vice Versa, mainly because they also got the marriage equality mini episode. And I'm not gonna lie, I was looking forward to seeing hopefully that in Between Us, but no, it doesn't look like we're getting a Lay's sponsorship, which makes me sad. What's interesting with a lot of these shows is there's signs of COVID in a lot of shows, because they're being shot after COVID. We are no longer in a pandemic, but it's still out here. We gotta be careful. So because these are being shot during the existence of COVID or after COVID, we can see the signs of it. For example, the plexiglass in this episode, in the scene in the shopping marketplace that they are, the store. The store, English escapes me. And but they also have to play the show in a way where this is a world where COVID does not exist. Well, COVID-19 does not exist. COVID-19 is not here. And so shooting these shows like that, oh wow, it makes it interesting, because you can see in the background like people wearing their masks sometimes. I haven't checked this show, but there was another show that I watched and you could see people in the background wearing masks. You knew why. This, you have the plexiglass sitting there and you know why it's there. And then trying to create this world where, oh no, there is no COVID. There is no COVID in Ba Sing Se. And it's really interesting because you have to think about the workaround for everyone. Because I'm like, are there some situations where they had to redecorate the place completely because the place was like, oh yeah, this is the after effects of COVID-19. So they had to redecorate everything to have the shot the way they want it to look in a world of no COVID. Which, like, I'm sure some production houses are jealous of shows like Game Boys. Because with Game Boy, the whole like premise surrounds COVID-19, so it's just filmed as is. They don't have to change anything. It's just showing how serious it is out here. So is there some kind of jealousy with shows like that, or does this have the escapism that people need and require? Like, just thoughts. Okay, so I just decided to go ahead and just let the episode play out. Let me watch the whole thing and then comment on it. Okay, so team sleeps over at Wynn's room, and Wynn sees that team has a nightmare and holds him and guides him through it. And yeah. Yeah, it was actually really adorable. That whole thing was adorable, including watching Wynn like really worry about team because team's time falls from what it usually is and wants to know what's going on with him. Notices the dark circles under his eyes, and that's why he says, I want you to come and sleep in my room. But what I really loved is we don't actually see him forcing team to go sleep in his room. He is in his room and team knocks on the door and shows up with his own pillow and his own body pillow and goes to sleep there. But I was just like, man, if I know someone has insomnia, I wouldn't have them come sleep at my place. I would go sleep at their place to make them feel as comfortable as possible. But it worked. Being in Wynn's arms made him comfortable. Yay. I am getting tired though, because it is like after midnight here. Like I knew this was gonna take me a while to get through, but I was like, I gotta get through it. Also, we have the next day when they wake up though, and team decides that he doesn't want to go back to his room, so he just showers and changes at Wynn's place. Next time, carry extra clothes. Showers and changes at Wynn's place, and he and Wynn are talking about the night and how he slept and everything, and he thanks Wynn and gives him a kiss. So cute. And yeah, the two of them are smiling like fools. All right, let's see what's happening in the next episode. So first thing we see happening in the next episode, team does go back to Wynn's room to spend the night again, and they're cuddling. I'm wondering if this is like that scene in Until We Meet Again where Wynn says to team, what, you couldn't sleep again? Like there was that whole conversation between them. So I'm wondering if that's what this is. They're also riding together, and he's being reminded, Wynn is being reminded again, if you're not gonna take this serious, then don't make him think too far ahead. Referring to team, like don't, if this isn't serious, don't put this kid on like he is in our club and you think of him as more than just a younger member of our club that we're caring for. You care for him more than that. So if you're not going to be serious, don't do this to him. Solid advice. And it looks like team is going to overhear a conversation and misread the conversation, or hear like a bad part of the conversation, and that's going to lead to him walking off into the distance of the hallway, all sad. So there's going to be a conversation, might be some misinterpretation of the conversation. That's what I'm gathering. But yeah, I cannot wait, oh my gosh, for next week for Between Us episode 4. Episode 3 has been really wonderful. Is the only sponsor Yen Yen and Aichi? Like, what's going on? But yeah, so far Between Us has been very wonderful. I'm loving the growth with Win and Team and their relationship, and I cannot wait to see what else is in store with this storyline, especially as we know it's getting to the episode that would be congruent with their storyline, where Dean and Parm have their first kiss. Was that episode 8 where all that happened? I can't remember. But yeah, like I said, it looks like they're cutting out a lot of, or reworking a lot of the storyline from Until We Meet Again, so that they either don't have to refilm those scenes, or don't have to use flashbacks that include actors that are not involved with this new series. And I'm kind of sad about that. I wish they would at least use the flashbacks. But I get it as well, because especially with Yacht, they really have to work around the stuff his character did. His character from Until We Meet Again and his character from Between Us, with recycling him, to play someone new. So I get it. But yeah, so far so good, still amazing. I cannot wait for next week. What did you think of this episode of Between Us? Let me know. And thank you guys so much for listening to this episode of Time for BL. Have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, and good night, whatever it is, wherever you are.